Hey, how you doing? This is Chris coming at you one more time doing the Internet Sherpa thing because I got something I want to show you. Something kind of cool. You may know about it, but if you don't, that's all right because I just need to make sure. So here we are. All right, so you see I got this open to Zoom, right? Zoom is a tool that everybody pretty much is familiar with at this point, and I used to use the bejesus out of it because I have on a regular basis, because of how I roll, a need to show folks how to do what they need to do online. Sometimes I make a video out of it, and sometimes I do it like a personal thing. Here you go. You get the idea. Anyway, normally when I have to show somebody what they need to do, it takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. And for that short timeline, I really only needed the free plan. But I am doing the automations thing, and there's all kinds of stuff that go into that, and that conversation tends to get a little lengthy. So I knew that 40 minutes, that might have been pushing it. I really didn't want to get the end of a conversation with one of my peeps, and then somewhere 15, 20 minutes before I'm done, I get that little notification from Zoom going, yo, bruh, about time for you to call deuces, and I really didn't want to do that. So I'm like, guess I'm going to have to upgrade. And I took a look at this thing, the pro plan, $149 a year. I was like, $49.90. I was like, yeah, I don't want to do the yearly thing. And I said, well, let me see what it is on the monthly. I was like, okay, $15.99. That's not too big a hit, but for the amount of times that I actually use it, that seemed like a waste of cheddar to me. So I'm like, well, I'll have to bite the bullet. Maybe I'll sign up and then shut it off when I'm not using it. But that's still $15.99 for the entire month. I'd rather not spend that money if I don't need to, because I like to keep my money in my pocket if I don't have to get rid of it. You understand. I'm thinking you're pretty much the same. But then I had one of those thoughts. I had one of those, hey, wait a minute. Now, you may know that I am an advocate of using email address that has the name of your website on it. Looks more professional, makes you look like you've been here for about a minute. So don't use a Gmail account with your business. Don't use a Yahoo, AOL, Hotmail, any of those. You should have info or admin or hello at yourwebsitename.com. That's what I always recommend to folks. I don't stand on you got to, because it's your business. You do what you want to do, boo. But if you're always paying attention to how you seem to the people you're trying to convince to throw some cheddar in your direction, every little bit helps. And if you need to look a little bit more professional, that domain name that's hanging off the end of your email address, it kind of helps. So I'm always telling people, hey, just use Google Workspace. And the reason I say use Google Workspace is because you can do info at yourdomainname.com going through cPanel. If you don't know what cPanel is, don't worry about it. It's some geekery. I don't want you to use it at all anyway. But if you use Google Workspace, the first thing that you get, let me come on over here for a second. The first thing you get is one heck of a lot of spam protection. Now, some people have a thing about Google because at the core, we know that Google's pretty darn nosy. They say they're not, but it's one of these big internet companies or a big technology company, so they're in your business anyway. So privacy's a thing, but don't get crazy with it because, well, you know. Anyway, so like info at chriscarter.net. It's Google Workspace. And I help people sign up for it because there's some geekery you have to do inside there. I usually set it up for the folks that I work with. But up until now, the only reason I told people to do that was because of the email piece. Today, after having a conversation with one of my peeps about my automation gig, I realized that I've already got a Zoom replacement, and I want to point it out to you so you know it's there. You don't have to use it. I don't care about all that. Don't got a dog in the hunt. But I want you to know that there's some goodness here, and I want to make sure you know it's there. So when you sign up for the business starter plan, which if you're rocking with me, that's the only plan that you need, then, and also it ain't $6 a month. It's $6 if you pay for it a year in advance. 172 bones all in one chunk. Just make sure you don't get it twisted. But if you roll down here to what comes with it, in addition to the email and all that, you also get this. Meet video and voice conferencing, Google Meet. And the thing about Google Meet is 24 hours, 100 participants. For little on moi, that's all I need. I'm not gonna be talking about 24 hours, but nice to know that I don't have to cut short whatever conversation I'm having. And it comes with my email address. So my point is this: if you happen to be rocking in any kind of scenario that you have to share your screen or you need to do any kind of video conferencing and you need an email address as well, take a look. This might be the solution for you. Don't feel that you have to stick with Zoom. And oh, by the way, because I'm the Sherpa and I do what I do, if you look at it and go, it looks a little complicated to set up, holla at your boy. You know this is what I do. I've sent plenty of these up for people because I am fully a firm believer that the geekiness of a thing shouldn't be the thing that slows you down. Even though developers who put all this stuff together act like everyone's a geek and knows how to understand all this stuff. But if that were the case, I wouldn't have a business now, would I? So it is what it is. All right, so that's it for today. Oh, let me show you what it looks like before I bounce out of here, because there's one thing I did want to show you. It's that the controls are the controls, and if you use Zoom, you can do this, because it's nice to talk about it, but until you see it, you're like, sounds good, Bruce. Well, it makes a great PowerPoint slide, but maybe not. Check this out. This is how easy it is to get into it. I've had plenty of people that I've worked with where you say, hey, let's go to a Zoom meeting. They're like, get away from me. And like, check this out. This is how easy this is. All right, so go here. And I'm already logged into my account, so this is going to be ridiculously easy. Meet, and I say what account? My Google account. Meet.google.com. Secure video conferencing for everyone. New meeting options. Start an instant meeting. Time to get the blah blah on right here, right now. Click. Loading. And this is the part where it's going to get weird because you're going to see me twice. Let me see if I can't turn this off, because like I said, seeing me a lot like that is a little confusing. Anyway, so this is my audio's on. It's kind of cute. Anyway, let me get this out the way. I can invite people because there's all the information. But what I wanted to show you was all this goodness down here at the bottom. Everything that you're used to. Turn the mic on, turn the mic off. Turn the video on, turn the video off. And closed captions. Okay, hook that up. And this part right here, present now. So, sharing your screen, all that good stuff. And if you're the person holding the meeting, you're like, well, where's all those controls at? Over here. Hit this bad boy, host management. See what I'm saying? My thing about software is normally if you know what it is you want to do, then jumping over to someone else's platform is not really about learning a new platform. It's learning how to do what you already know how to do on their platform. And with this bad boy right here, I can't see how anybody who's rocking their own website with an email address would ever use Zoom, because you don't even need to have a Gmail account to participate. I mean, you do to host the bad boy, but as far as anything else, not so much. So the same things that the reason why people would say I'm going to use Zoom because everybody doesn't have a Gmail account. You don't need a Gmail account to participate. How easy is that? All right, so let me bounce out of here. I've done my job for the day. Let you know on some interesting information. You know what they say, a mind once expanded can't shrink back to its original size. So that's a good thing. All right, so that's it. And if you want to jump on this hotness right here and you're like, too geeky for me, holla at your boy. I'll hook it up for you. And I'm a cheap date. This right here, as long as you got it going on, free. Who said that? I said that. I will help you get where you need to be. Now, if you're one of my peeps, that comes with it. If you're not one of my peeps, we might have to chit-chat for just a little bit because, you might be a ne'er-do-well. And I want to help. Don't want to help you out. But you get the idea. So if you're finding this to be just a bridge too far, but you want to jump on it, and you don't have a personal geek in your back pocket, holla at your boy. I'll see if I can't help you get where you're trying to go. All right, so that's about it. I think I've covered everything I want to cover. Go forth and do good things. I'll talk to you next time. Boom, stop.